sometimes we become so bogged down in labels that they become like our whole identity. Now, I don't have anything against labels, really. I use them. I mean, would I be even be on this channel if I didn't use labels? But, an issue comes when people basically their labels become their identity, when they box themselves in to these labels, when they don't allow themselves space within the label. They have to feel like they have to stick to those rules that they believe a label has to it. Um, and a lot of times they end up sacrificing what makes them happy. They sacrifice part of themselves just to fit in the label. Now, I think labels, are incredibly helpful. Um, they are a simplified way of describing certain aspects about oneself. Like saying, I'm an asexual is a little simpler than saying, well, I'm a person who doesn't experience sexual attraction. It's just, it's quicker. It's to the point for people who know what it is. It's just like, oh, okay, all right. Um, so in a way, I think for that, one of that being a reason, it's labels are a good thing. It's kind of natural for humans to label things and themselves. And they help people get a general sort of idea of maybe what kind of person you are or what kind of interests you could be into. Labels are also nice because they kind of help you find people who are similar to you, have similar interests, people who have, common interests, quirks, or feelings. In one simple word, you can look that up. And I mean, sometimes you can find a community because some communities revolve or all started from a label. Um, so I'm inclined to believe that inherently labels aren't such a bad thing. However, like I said, the problem comes when people bind themselves to these labels, when these labels become their very identity, when they don't allow themselves room for personal growth and change. And some people feel like they need to live up to the expectations that come with some of these labels. And they compromise, parts of themselves because of it. Um, at least to me, it's not worth it. I mean, but I've always been unashamedly myself, fiercely myself, no matter how contradicting parts of me are. Um, don't get me wrong, I use labels. I mean, and I'm fiercely proud, incredibly proud of some of my labels, but um, all these labels and these parts of me and these pieces that don't seem like they fit, they all come together to create me, to create this person, someone who is so much more than a series of labels, someone who is sometimes beyond words, even. I mean, at the end of the day, the only label that I want to force myself and I want to more likely strive to live up to is that of Allie.